Good day and aloha. This is Kimo Kippen. I'm very honored to be asked by Russell to do a quick video shoot to share some thoughts with you on a topic that I think is very important, and that is the whole discussion around purpose. So I had provided to Russell a couple slides just to frame this conversation, and the first one that I would like to share with you is this whole description of this diagram, which is called ikigai, which in essence is the Japanese word for raison d'etre, or what is your purpose in life. So this model, I think, really does a great job in being able to capture all the components that really make up our lives, and then how do we move into the center of a place where we're operating out of a greater sense of purpose. So with that in mind, if you kind of take a look at the diagram that I provided, you can kind of see the things that you love to do combined with what the world needs. That would be called mission. And what the world needs and what you can get paid for, that's called your vocation. And what gets paid for and what you're good at, that's called your profession. And then finally, what you're good at and what you love to do, that's called your passion. Where the intersection of those four things, mission, vocation, profession, and passion, all intersect, is where you get this sense of purpose or being in alignment. So we talked about the possibility of you identifying for yourselves where you might see yourself on this particular diagram, and then to have a chat about that. So with that in mind, if you would do that, that would be great. And then the next slide I wanted to share with you all is how we think about this in an organizational context, or how we think about this in the world of work. And so I created this slide here around creating wholeness, is around what is the purpose of the company combined with that of the employee. So you can see to the left of the diagram, these two intersecting circles, you can see where that's about the purpose of the company. And that's made up and based on the values of the organization. And then if you look on the right side, you have around what's important to the employee, or what's important, where do they operate out of? What are their sense of values? Which I think that leads to the question for employees around, of course, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but that sense of self, authenticity, soul, trust, psychological safety, pride, and ultimately having presence or being presence. Where the intersection of the purpose of the company intersects with that of the values around the employee, I call that wholeness, and that's where you see that sense of alignment. And so I'd love to get a sense from all of you as you're talking about where you see your organization and its alignment in terms of its values aligned with the values of your employees. So with that, I'd just like to say thank you for taking the chance and the opportunity for us to discuss this in more detail, and I wish you all the best for a great meeting. Thank you. Aloha.